Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Jean-Luc, and welcome to the Sunday night's chat. Sorry, that was my Batman voice. I apologize. I was just feeling appropriate. It was appropriate. It was my Batman voice. It's as manly as I'll get, everybody. It's as manly as I
It
get.
sounded like you had like smoker's cough or something. Yeah, like you got something going on in your throat.
Anyways, I can't do that. It hurts actually after a while.
After a while.
Anyways, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night. It is officially day 42 of KickStart Fall or Fall KickStart, whichever way you want to put it. And you know what? We're gonna mix things up a little bit because we thought we would bring back an oldie but a goodie. So going forward in any of our chats on Sunday, on Tuesday, and on Thursday nights, whenever you see us drink some water, you better be drinking it with us.
If we
Because
say
that's the new rule.
bring it.
What? Coming back, everybody? Corn!
That's also in the rotation. So going forward, these rules will always be activated. So this week when we're making shepherd's pie with corn in it, during that session, you'll be very much hydrated.
Yes, definitely hydrated. We thought we'd bring that back. You know what? It was fun doing it. It kept us motivated. It made us laugh. And we want to really say how important it is to make sure that you're laughing and having fun throughout this journey we call life.
Yeah,
right?
And it goes right into this week's theme, which is seasonal flavors, healthy twists. So you guys have noticed that this fall for KickStart, we have added now specific themes every week because we know it makes it fun for us to have this different discussions. So for every time we have a community chat this time for our fall session, every time we have a different topic to chat with you about. So tonight's chat is about you guys. It's really about you guys helping us share, your favorite go-to seasonal recipes that you go to with a healthy twist. So for example, this week, our recipe that Jean-Luc is going to be making, the shepherd's pie, is a healthier twist because Jean-Luc uses cauliflower instead of mashed potatoes, and it tastes amazing.
I use turkey instead of ground beef.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean?
And we'll show you all this on Thursday during our Thursday cooking show. But this is something that Jean-Luc has done forever, and it's a way to make it healthier. So tonight we want to talk to you guys about things you guys do.
Maybe even if you have a recipe that you don't even know how to make it healthier, let's put it out there, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, and maybe give you an idea on how to create a new healthy version of one of your go-to indulgent recipes. So.
And Doreen said she loves our superhero shirts.
We did get to do Halloween on Friday.
Yes, Thursday last week.
Friday. Oh yeah, we didn't do it on Thursday, but it was on Friday. Yeah.
Sorry, we and we'll talk to you guys about that. We're going to kind of, before we dive into tonight's, announcements and our tonight's topics. So before we go into the discussion, so right now what I want you guys to do is think about, as we're going through our announcements, think of recipes that you guys have made healthier. Think of things that you guys make sometimes now, or tips you have to maybe improve some recipes, or maybe there's something you want to learn how to improve. So maybe share that in chat. So start thinking about that as we're talking through tonight's announcements and catching up on our weekend.
Yeah, so basically what we want to do is we want to talk about the scorecard a little bit because as far as you know, we're no longer in October, right? We are now in the month of November. It is already November 2nd. Wow, it's November 2nd, everybody. I had to think about that. So the month of October is officially closing. Okay, so you have until
November 5th
to complete your trackers for the month of October, all the way to October 31st, from September 22nd to October 31st. And this will allow you to be put into the draw for the $15 Amazon gift card, okay? So you need to have tracked all 40 days. So I'm going to say that again, from the 22nd of September to October 31st. And then on Tuesday is when we will actually be drawing that winner.
Not this Tuesday, is it?
Is it this Tuesday?
No, it's not. It's
the following Tuesday. I apologize.
Or even Sunday.
Or Sunday.
The next day we have a session. You'll see it in the announcements when we actually do.
You're right, because the 5th is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm mistaken.
And we're not going to do it while we're cooking.
Yeah.
So, we will. We'll see. We'll see. So, so another thing we want to talk about is our weekend. So we want to talk about what we've gone through. So the last 2 weeks, we were a little, we were supposed to come back and do step, and really we realized we just kind of came out on an empty tank. We were exhausted. We really like the last 3 months of us, being on the go. We finally stopped, and we needed the extra rest.
And these were the first 2 weekends that we were at home back to back, which has been great. So we actually were glad that we took the time we did, because now it's time to go back to step, get back to just being back on track. Although we haven't been terrible off track.
No.
But we haven't been on track all the way we should be. But that's okay, because guess what? We're not perfect.
I'll show you my tracker if you want. I've gotten one commitment daily for the last little while. I'm being honest, I was explaining this weekend to some friends and telling them, for me, it's back in the day, the fall is usually my worst time of the year to lose weight. I always do really well in the spring, after Christmas, New Year's resolution. I always do well after New Year's resolution because I'm always so motivated, and also because I hibernate. We don't do any events, so we stay home a lot, so it's easy to control our environment. And then summer gets here, because we're so active, I can maintain. Then the fall comes, and that's usually where I get depressed. And when that happens, if I get one setback, I usually then just stop for the rest of the year. That's the usual pattern I have. But this year, because of KickStart, because we're doing this constantly, I constantly have this on my mind every day. I constantly have my tracker every day where I didn't do it today, but every day I'm actually checking off that I did not do it that day, and it's constantly on my mind. So that now that I'm feeling, like I've taken my relaxation time, I feel recharged again. Now I can focus on everything. So tomorrow morning, we're going to try to get up for step. That's our plan. And we're going to teach step again this week and keep trying again, because you know what? That's why we built KickStart, is so that even when we're struggling and we can't get our commitments done, all we're doing right now is I have one a day. For the last 2 weeks, there's been one.
I'm doing better than he is.
Yeah, he's doing better than I
do. That I'm still doing.
I've done none of mine. Even the one of picking healthier choices. No picking healthier choices. None across the board, because that's just where I've been in the last few weeks. But is that going to stop me? Mind you, before that would have probably derailed me for till Christmas time, and then till the end of the year. It's November. I would be like, oh, screw it, and I'm so depressed. So thank you for my medication I'm on. That helps as well. But being able to come back to KickStart with all of you guys is what's keeping us going. So if you're out there right now and you're struggling, because I know some people you started off well, you're tracking everything, and all of a sudden you stopped because something happened, some life event happened. Do not worry. It's okay. You can come back and just start from where you're at. I'm going to be creating a new submission form after this month is done. That after a month is finished, you can actually submit a request to say, catch me up. So say you've been away for 2 months and you've not been able to track it, but you really want to focus this November. This gives you an opportunity now for me to say, oh, you want to be in November? Okay, I'll put all your trackers in all the way to October 31st for you that you've not submitted in one swoop for you. That means if you've not submitted for 2 months, all of them will be marked as submitted for you, and you can start from scratch in November.
That's actually a really good thing for new members.
It's what I'm doing for new members as well now. When they join, I do it automatically now. When new members join, I start them from the day they join. So this is going to be a new option. So those of you who maybe not been tracking really well for the last little while and are now want to really focus this month, and you really need this to focus, and you're just like, but I don't want to catch up on my trackers, too much work. This is what this is for. So this is coming soon. You'll see announcements when that's available. For those of you who are already Diamond, we have 85 of you already Diamond.
Phenomenal.
85 people that tracked all 40 days from September 22nd to October 31st.
That's phenomenal.
That's amazing. Not just that. Yesterday it was 58. Today it was 85. That's how many people caught up.
I love seeing the fact that people are even just catching up, because it really just goes to show you how people are using this. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So before we go there, we had Rosie come spend the night with us on Friday night. It was fantastic. We haven't gotten to see Rosie one-on-one in quite some time. Yeah. And it was really nice just to spend some time with her. She got dressed up in Halloween. She had I just posted some purple wig and some bat pajamas on, and so that was great. And then our lovely friends Leslie and Renee also came and spent the night with us last night. which was also another fantastic evening of just catching up, playing games. We played games with both Rosie and with our friends. And it was funny, we were talking to Renee at one point, and she was talking about how she does certain things because she's not part of Kickstart, which is totally fine. We don't force anyone to be part of it, right?
Never.
It's not everybody. We know we're not a cookie cutter fit for everybody, right? We want as many people to join, but certain things don't work for certain people, which is fine. And we were talking to her and how she was explaining the way she does things was almost like Kickstart in certain ways. And I was like, it's so funny that but she's able to stick to what she does the way she does it because it works for her. So I feel like we're the place that people struggle with maybe having that consistency and where to go to be accountable.
Yeah.
Right? Some people, and I think that's where we're at. We are all about accountability. It's all about accountability, and that's what I really love about this program and this community. So
yeah,
that's my 2 cents.
That's your 2 cents?
Yeah.
You want to add 5 cents to that?
No.
So for those of you wondering, okay, I understand that, Nick, but I just want to catch up right now because I want to be in the draw for October because I will not catch you up for October. You will only be in the draw if you actually manually enter your trackers for that month. So for those of you who've been doing your trackers consistently, you're in the draw. If you after this month ask to well, you won't be able to ask until after the month's done anyway, so it won't matter. But fall and in future months, I'll explain all that later. Don't worry about it. Let's just get back to what I was talking about. So yes, so for those of you who want to catch up your trackers, you can. For those of you who want to catch up on your own, if you go to the dashboard on your daily guide, on the tracker page, on the dashboard, there is now a new box at the top. It tells you your member ID. It tells you your member, your current level, so diamond or gold. It tells you all that information. In there as well, it tells you tracker dates missed. If you've missed any days, it'll tell you right there what you're missing. It's a new feature, so if you've not checked in a while, please check for that. And another thing that's funny is Joyce in chat said, for those of us that submitted at the end of November instead of the end of October, yes. So yesterday, as I'm sitting around looking at emails pop in, Joyce's trackers are starting to pop in. She's catching up. Like, oh, Joyce's catching up. November 30th, October 29th, because she realized midway through she was submitting for November and not for October. So yes, that's another thing. Please, I was actually about to message you, Joyce. I was literally sitting, I'm like, should I message her? But then as I said that, you realized it because you realized, oh, there's no November 31st. Well, that's probably when you realized it, right? When you guys are like, where's the 30th? Oh crap.
So keep in mind at the end of every month, when you are catching up on the previous month, your month has changed in that calendar. So if that calendar has switched over to November 1st, but you're wanting to track for October, you need to switch the calendar back to October. Just as a reminder.
It's working. For those who joined us, we just reinstated a rule. When we drink water, you do as well. And if we say corn, you do as well. So here's another one, corn.
I saw that, Donna.
We're bringing it back. We're going to do well highlighted on our shows on Tuesdays and Sunday nights. Okay. Next thing we want to talk to you guys about, next announcements, is our travel that's coming up. So for Jamaica, for anybody coming to Jamaica with us, we still do not have any information.
Our prayers and our thoughts are with the people there right now
that's what matters.
That's the most important
part. Our
trip
is not important, so we are waiting to hear back from the travel agency. So if you're coming to Jamaica with us, keep waiting. We'll have information soon. For those of you who were wondering about Ireland, it's sold out, and it's also got a wait list now. There's people that actually put their names on the wait list. So if you are someone who is interested about Ireland, you weren't sure then, but now you're like, you know what, maybe Picky becomes available, maybe I'll want to join. You can actually add your name to a wait list so that if other people decide not to go, you can then end up taking their spot. So that's for Ireland in April of next year. And we also have our Iceland cruise in July of next year. For those of you interested in going to Iceland and coming with us. So that's the travel.
And then we also have a few retreats coming up. So the retreats for 2026, starting in January, we are having our second official Kickstart retreat at Camp Cedar Ridge, and that's from January 23rd to the 25th.
Yep.
And then there's a Bougie Mama coming up in February on February 20th at the Ben Miller's Inn and Spa. That's in the Godrich area, if I'm not mistaken. And that's in February. We also have another Kickstart retreat at Camp Kintail in March 2020. March 27th to the 29th, 2026. And we have two other retreats, Camp Arahan in May and Camp White Pine in June. So you're able to register to all of those right now, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yes.
So if you're interested or you want more information, just please reach out.
So now let's go into tonight's topics. Like we said earlier, tonight's topic is comfort food. And we want this to be interactive, so we want you in chat to type up and provide some feedback on things that you would like to, talk about or include in the discussion so that we can chat about this as a group.
So I want to ask a question to start with, okay? We might, I want people in chat right now, name a comfort food.
Your ultimate comfort food.
Your comfort
does not have to be healthy.
No, just your comfort
food. Ultimate comfort food. What do you go to? Your first thing you'd want.
If I say comfort food, what's the first thing that comes to you? Okay, so Carmen says Mexican food. Okay. So I see that's Carmen's tradition. You know what I mean? It's part of your culture, part of your, what you grew up with.
Tomato soup for Donna.
Someone said tomato soup. I love that.
Pot pie for D. Doritos for iPhone. And PB sandwich for Anne Marie.
Macaroni and cheese and Italian food. Cool. I love it. Someone said popcorn
for Linda.
That's cool.
Then we have right now it would be ice cream for Marilyn, then roast beef dinner for Joyce, fettuccine Alfredo for Maria, chili from Crystal, hot chocolate from Louise. I'm looking at multiple places. Sandwich for Evelyn.
Yeah, ice cream sandwich for Evelyn here in
macaroni and cheese for Lulu. Okay, so people even on TikTok. So keep sharing. Soup for Karen, pasta for Donna. Do you want to share yours?
Okay, if we're just saying nonstop, like it's Thai food, like Thai food. Yours puts in, but
I mean,
it's funny because everybody has a different definition of what we mean by comfort food as well.
For Americans out there, poutine is it's fries and cheese and gravy. It's my favorite thing in the world. I love it in many fashions.
It's way more known in the U.S. than it used to ever be.
But just in case.
But I love that if you really look at that entire list of foods that we just named off, a lot of them aren't that terrible. You really can't think of all these foods. You know what? We're the ones that make food that we assume that a food is bad for you, but nothing is bad for you in moderation.
Even some of the stuff you guys named. So one of the things tonight we want to talk about. So we were saying about how do you make these foods healthier. So if we go back to Carmen's Mexican food, Mexican food is a good type of food.
There's a lot of things
healthier. If you make it at home, if you yourself look for the ingredients and buy the things to make it yourself, and you make your own things, you can make that a very healthy meal with a lot of vegetables.
You have to also think a lot of times what makes the meals that you're making unhealthy is what it's cooked in, or how it's prepared. If you're deep frying it, if you're using way too much oil, right? So you have to take that into consideration when you're cooking up these favorite foods of yours.
Then we have Donna said tomato soup, and Jean-Luc has a way to make a Thai coconut tomato soup. One of the recipes coming on our. I think it's already there.
I think it's already in the book.
It's already in the book. Yeah,
it's on the website
already, and it's just basically using his base
marinara
sauce base, which is all vegetables that are basically then pulverized and turned into a sauce that he then adds, coconut milk to
and Thai basil.
So it's all ingredients made from home. There's nothing bad in there. So there's a lot of options. There's other recipes that we have on our website. My potato broccoli, my own creation, my potato broccoli soup, right?
Yeah,
I created that.
Is it in the next recipe?
I think it is.
It's coming up.
It's in the next recipe book.
Yeah.
Does it say? I should write created by Nick and put a star in a corner. No, it's the only one I created out of all of them. It's the one.
You've been part of every single one of them.
I've been part of the idea.
Exactly.
Okay. So there's a lot of soups that are options. There's a lot of ways to make them yourself and make them healthier. Pot pie. Jean-Luc has a recipe. We have one on for chicken pot pie.
Yeah, and also instead of thinking like when I see pot pie, we automatically think crust, right? There has to be a crust on the bottom, a crust on top, and then you better put that crust inside of a crust because a pot pie isn't a pot pie without crust. But that's not true. You can make a pot pie soup and have a piece of bread beside it instead. So you're still getting that same flavors and same thing, but you're not overindulging as far as on the crust part. As
I think Crystal and Francine, who've said on Facebook, you know, they talk about chili. Chili is such an easy thing to make healthy. It's such a
it's healthy,
and I think that's why we're trying to get to. You know, we're trying to go through the list you guys have here, and there's a lot of stuff on here that are options that we can make him healthier. You know, it might not always be the option. Even myself, I love poutine. I have never gotten rid of it on any weight loss trajectory or journey I've ever been on because I have not been willing to get rid of cheese or gravy because I don't eat condiments. Like, I'm the fussiest person you've ever met. I don't eat mustard, relish, ketchup, mayo, anything with vinegar in it. Like, any condiment I don't like. I only like hot sauce and chilies
and
Caesar salad dressing. Period. And cheese. Lots and lots of cheese. So that's what I like. And tomato sauce, basically, and sriracha.
I think what ends up happening too is we automatically think that, oh, I need to change the entire recipe in order to make it.
No.
It's not. It's making those minor little swaps, switching your sour cream for Greek yogurt. And I know if you're not a person that likes Greek yogurt and you prefer sour cream, use the sour cream then. But yet, if it's calling for, you know what I mean, use it in moderation instead of using like 4 tablespoons, put 2 tablespoons on instead. So those are little things. Roasting your veggies instead of frying them is another huge
air fryer instead of a deep fryer. You know, there's all these options to still enjoy the stuff you love. Because like we've talked to you guys before, you know, you'll never want to get rid of these things. Like look at what I talked to you guys earlier tonight. You know, the fact that for the last 2-3 weeks, my tracker, if I go get you guys my tracker, I've gotten one commitment a day for maybe 2 weeks now. But because I'm doing KickStart with all of you guys and I'm you know still being part of this and tracking every day, I'm bringing myself back and slowly gonna get back on track with all of you. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't do that, right? So we're big believers of never changing your life to the point where it's not recognizable. Always find the things that help you keep healthy for a longer time frame. If you don't like, I don't know, spaghetti squash,
don't eat spaghetti
squash. Like if you're making something right now and you're making it because someone told you it was healthy and you're just eating it because you were told it was healthy.
It's going to help you lose weight.
It's going to help you lose, but you hate eating it.
How are you going to even consistently maintain that
forever
and eating that all the time? Right?
And that's the thing, like you're not going to want to do that. So you need to find things now that you love and make them healthier so that when you are feeling better and you're ready to focus again, you still have those pieces of your old life that are still part of you. We were talking with our friends Renee and Leslie yesterday, talking about pizza. When we lost our weight on Weight Watchers, we had pizza every Friday.
Every Friday.
He made it.
My 2-ingredient dough pizza. I made it for them this weekend again because you know what? It is for us.
Dough.
It reminds us, it feels like we're eating something we're not allowed to be. And that's what these switch off meals that you're making, these swap meals that you're making for yourself should feel. It should feel, oh my God, should I really be eating? You should be questioning yourself because it's so good, but yet not going to harm you during your journey.
And we're not saying every trial will be a success.
No, of course.
So sometimes you try something for the first time. So say you're someone like me who loves fettuccine Alfredo. Is a perfect example. And you find a recipe for a creamy cauliflower Alfredo sauce. And you try it the first time. You're like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. You never want to eat it again. It could have been that recipe.
Yep.
It could have been what you tried. What was the ingredients that were added? Like, for example, I hate dill. I cannot stand a taste of dill. The second it's in something, I can't take it. Like, it tastes, and so is cilantro. Both of them can't go down this throat. They just come back out. I just don't like those spices. And I can smell dill from a mile away. So if you are saying thing about something else, say an oil or garlic or onion or any other type of flavor, and you try that one recipe, you might not have the chance to find other types of way of having it. Tofu is a perfect example. Like for
Yeah.
us, tofu.
Yeah, we stopped eating. We never ate tofu. We tried it once or twice and hated it. Now I eat it all the time. This weekend, when I made nachos for Rosie, Rosie is gluten free and 99% plant based. We can use real cheese with Rosie, which is fantastic. Just because the plant based cheeses to me don't melt the same way on nachos. I'll be honest with you. But those of you who enjoy them, there's nothing wrong with them.
She's gonna put
Yeah,
it
no, but that's okay. She can't do it. She can do it later. So I made ground tofu and seasoned it with taco seasoning for Rosie, and it was a fantastic thing. One of the things I wanted to talk about is the swaps again, as we keep forgetting. Someone in there said pasta, and I know a few people said, "Oh, that's my go-to." Stop thinking of your regular traditional pastas.
And
there are so many different brands of vegetable pastas out there that you cannot not go wrong.
Go to Bulk Barn.
You might not like chickpea. It might not be the type that your type. You might not like these ones here, the artisan pastas here, and these are made
Lindsay.
and they're from beetroot, spinach, and corn. You might not like
Farm
the
boy.
veggie ones, but try different types and different kinds because you will find the one that you like the most.
And that's what we're trying to tell you. We're trying to
find what? Make it a side dish and not your main course.
Again, it's all about learning what works for you. You don't want to start something, and I saw Darcy in chat say she stopped eating fish, and CD said she stopped eating broccoli because, yes, it's good for you. I understand it's good for you, but if it makes you feel like you want to throw up every time you eat it, if your dinners, if someone tells you you're having fish for dinner and all you can think all day is, oh my God, I can't believe I got that fish tonight. Ooh, that's supposed to be my entire childhood because every time I knew we were having fish or pork chops or steak or roast, a lot of things, scalloped potatoes, ooh, stew, ooh, beans, so many things. But if you feel that way, you won't feel encouraged to have these things. And it's the same thing for activity. Like if you think about activity, if you're doing something at the gym or at home that is not enjoyable to you, if going for that run, that 5K run is a drag on you, if getting up and going to the gym and just doing the whole routine going to the gym is just not working for you, even though you pay for the membership, like I can give you an example. Oh, during the pandemic, I did all these online videos. I loved it, but then when the pandemic ended, I got a gym membership, and now I never go. Then why not just start doing classes online again? What's stopping you? They're free. There's tons of them. You guys should talk about Body Beach or Beach Body, this guy and the other dude there and Chicky Poo over there. There's tons of free stuff online. So if you're not using your gym, go back to what worked. A gym does not equal weight loss. Activity equals weight loss.
I like how we went from food topics to gym.
All encompassing.
I was like, where did we go to the gym? I thought we were talking about food swaps. How did the gym come into play?
It was a topic swap.
Touche. It was a topic swap. So I know there are so many ways of doing it out there. Making different types of meals. Honestly, you know what we have at the tips of our fingers, everybody? It's the internet. And as much as we hate doing it, and as much as we don't want to sometimes and we try to avoid it, you get a lot of great information on there. If you are struggling with one of your favorite go-to foods and you want to make it healthier, go out there and look if somebody else has already done it for you. Why do you think you need to recreate the wheel yourself?
The wheel's already been created.
It's already been created probably months. So like Nick was talking about the Alfredo sauce. If you don't like the one recipe, go find a different
Try his.
one. Try mine. Maybe the issue is you don't like cauliflower and you're trying a cauliflower Alfredo sauce. Maybe you need to try a white bean Alfredo sauce. Because guess what? White beans can be pureed into a nice, smooth, silky sauce. Ever think about that? Maybe you need to do it with chickpeas instead. There are different ways of creating food.
We're just telling you guys don't give up on finding a quasi replacement on your food that you love in the fall or winter, so that in the long run, your go-to is not always go back to that steamed vegetables and chicken dish.
Unless you like it.
Unless you like it, and that's what you want to eat for the rest of your life.
Nick would.
No, I wouldn't, because
chicken and steamed broccoli. You told me before you would eat that forever.
there's no way. I would want something else. I would want something else eventually. Unless it was,
I guess I've changed him, because back in the days, like, I could eat
5 days a week, but not forever.
Oh, darn
It's 5 days a week. Like, if he's going on vacation for a week, you think I'm gonna make anything fancy? No, chicken and broccoli every day
for breakfast and lunch today.
But after I had a toast, I had toast today. But we got ourselves some Jerusalem for dinner. And steamed veggies. Jean-Luc made me some broccoli. He's making himself asparagus.
And that's because I forgot to tell him I went to a play this afternoon, but we'll tell you guys that later.
Yes, we'll come back. We'll come back from that. So that's what tonight's chat was all about. It was about taking a look at your favorite fall recipes, what you guys love, and some of the things you guys said in chat on any platform was amazing. So how do you change those or make those part of your everyday life? This is what this is all about.
And we want you to share any recipes you might have in the Facebook group or online, if you can, on our website. Share those recipes. Allow people to experiment with what you're tasting and what you're finding out there, because we don't all find the same information. Why? Because we all search differently, and we all fall upon different pages and find different information out there. And what is good for one is good for everybody, right? And maybe one will be not your pick, but somebody else will find it and be like, wow, thank you, Dee, for posting that recipe, because that was exactly what I needed. Or thank you, Carmen, or thank you, Nicole, or thank you, Linda's.
That's your homework today. Post a recipe. Something that you love eating in the fall, a winter recipe. Post it either on the Facebook group or on the website if you guys prefer. I know some people prefer posting there now. It's even more private. So either or, and just share a recipe. Something that you love. It can be today or tomorrow. You have till Tuesday. There's your homework for until Tuesday. Until we meet on Tuesday, this is your assignment. Post one recipe anywhere you want on the dashboard or in the Facebook group about something that you love having in the fall, so maybe you'll inspire somebody else in the group to try it out.
Exactly. So before we head out tonight, let's just, as a reminder, we do have a chat on
we want to talk about the theme for the week. So the theme of this week coming up is pushing your limits, finding your next challenge. So we just finished the week about meals and autumn meals and changing of season. Now we're going to talk about pushing your limits. How do you set yourself up so that you're always looking for the next thing to do? Because as humans, we love to be challenged in some way. If things become monotonous, sometimes it becomes, a habit's great, but sometimes the habit becomes boring, and that's why you need to add a little, zhuzh to it sometimes.
Spice it up a little bit.
Or what is the one you say?
I don't remember. A dash?
No, what's the one you say?
I don't remember now. You're putting me on the spot when you do that.
The one I don't understand.
Like a soup so makes any more sense.
Yeah, soup
so. Before we forget, Tuesday, November 4th, we are back together at 7 p.m. We have a Tuesday night chat with Jean-Luc and I.
Jean-Luc and you?
Jean-Luc. I'm here twice on Tuesday. Our topic on Tuesday is going to be accountability and beyond the kitchen,
the scale
in the bathroom, the kitchen and scale. Because I didn't see it down below, but I didn't see it. I was like, "Where is it?"
I'm like, just read what it says.
It's hard to say it when he only highlights half of what I'm supposed to say. If he would let me just read.
I'm trying to help here. You tell me you can't see. On Thursday this week, we're in the kitchen. John is going to be making shepherd's pie, one of our favorite recipes. He's going to be making it using cauliflower this week. Ground turkey, so using as one of his original recipes, but we'll talk about other ways that you can change it out.
Yeah.
So join us on Thursday for that. And then on Sunday,
back on Sunday on November 9th, we will be talking about the theme of the week, which is pushing your limits and finding your next challenge.
Yes.
Because again, you find your next challenge at where you're at, not at where somebody else is at.
Exactly.
Right? So we just want to thank you all for joining us again and being part of this amazing community, part of this amazing conversation. It is not done yet, because for those of you in Zoom, we'll be sticking around and chatting for a little bit. But for everybody else out there, thanks again. Thanks for joining us on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And have a great week. Happy November.
Happy cold month.
Happy New Year to all the people who work in banks.
Happy new time.
Oh yeah, Happy New Time. Oh my God, I didn't tell you the story about your mom. I'll have to tell you that.
Okay.
Your mom. I'll tell her.
Don't say now.
No.
Online.
I know.
Don't tell. She might not want you to tell the whole group.
Tell the group. It's okay. She'll laugh at it. She'll think it's funny. She'll probably want to.